Morning, you guys. It's your man, Two Down Dan, back with today's video, and I want to cover the topic of the break-in period, because when you buy a brand new motorcycle, hopefully your brand new Ninja 500, we're going to be deep diving into the break-in period for the Ninja 500 today, guys, but this will also broadly cover pretty much every motorcycle. But hopefully you're getting stoked and you're going to go buy a brand new Ninja 500 or a Z500, which is the naked version of this bike, or you already have your freshly bought brand new Ninja 500, Z500, and you're in the break-in period right now, and you're, following it to a T based on the manual, or maybe you're doing your own thing, a mix of what you've heard online or you've asked someone elsewhere. But when you go to the dealership, you buy that brand new bike, they are going to be pretty thorough with going through that bike with you. They'll talk about all the features, how it works. You want to ask any questions, that is what they are there to do. And they're also going to break down the break-in period for you pretty quickly. But sometimes you're in there and a lot's going on. So let's deep dive right now. First things first, with the break-in period, you're going to be talking about the first 600 miles for the Ninja 500. Some other motorcycles, it's 1,000, and others are like 1,500. But for the Ninja 500, it's 600 miles, and then you're changing your oil. This is where you can see your oil. This is the oil fill level window. It's right here on the Ninja 500, the 400, and a lot of other Kawasaki bikes. It's going to be right in this general area. And as you can see, I just got my oil freshly changed, so we are perfect. We're good to go. But as you lean the bike onto its kickstand on the left side, you'll notice it's like, oh, wow, it looks like I have absolutely no oil. Well, that's just because the bike's leaning and all the fluid is not centralized. So that's one thing to note if you're trying to look at your oil and you think you're low. No, get the bike on a stand, get it level, then check your oil. But for the first 600 miles you're riding this Ninja 500, the manual says that the first 200 miles should not exceed 4,000 RPM. Then the next 200 miles should not exceed 6,000 RPM. And then the last 200 miles to get to 600 shouldn't exceed 6,000, right? It's 468, I think it is. Yeah, so 4,000 and then 6,000 and then 8,000 RPMs. So you're literally never supposed to hit red line. You're not supposed to top it out. You're supposed to just keep it incredibly slow, gingerly ride it, easy on the throttle, not rev it, of course. No burnouts, no clutch ups, nothing. Very chill. Just ride it safe. Is that what I did? Pretty much, except for the exception of decently fast highway riding. I've been commuting this bike since day one, so it's not like I was going to go on the far right side of the highway and go like 45, 50 miles an hour to try to keep it anywhere near 4,000 RPM. So it really was not realistic for me to keep my bike within the guidelines that the manual set. So I kind of just rode it as soft as I could while I was commuting to work. However, there were definitely times during that 600 miles where I hit over 100, and I definitely got close to 10,000 RPM, if not in past 10,000 RPM. So I just wanted to start real quick off the side of the bike, introduce the topic, and get into it real quick for the day. Shout out Tramoto. I always got my kits just in case I go down, 1 and 2, and also boom, NBT with the armor in the knee. So don't go out for a ride. Also, ride iron shoes. Any of this stuff you need, ride iron shoes, ride iron ice sleeves, because it's still 80 degrees out here. I would be roasting and my tattoos would be getting destroyed. But thanks to these $20 ice sleeves from Ride Iron, I'm chilling. And now, once I hear that bike purr, it's good to go. And we are on our way to work, you guys. Another day, another dollar, and another vlog. I've been wanting to put out some information on the break-in period for a little while now, and I've just been, I don't know, I got caught up filming other videos or doing what have you, but this one's a really great one, and I should have covered this a long time ago, because as beginner rider and then someone who went through the break-in period. I should have covered that a long time ago when I went through it after I'm already at 10,000 miles. I'm way past the break-in period. But stick around because I have a very interesting break-in period story I want to share with you guys. It kind of debunks the myth about hard and soft break-ins. I'm going to get into that right now. And also, I want to continue talking about real quick how I broke in my Ninja 500. So like literally right now, right, second gear, let's pass this car. If you're in third gear, this is 6,000 RPMs in third gear, you're going 40 miles an hour. So on the back roads, you should have no problem keeping the Ninja 500 within your relative range, like that relative like 6,000 to 8,000 RPM range, I think is golden for the break-in period. I think if you're always within that range on the back roads, you're great. And then, you know, maybe around 8,000 RPM or so for the highway running pace, I don't think is a bad thing at all. You are not going to have any problems, dude. But the main thing to keep in mind with the break-in period and why you do want to take it easy during the break-in period is for many reasons, and this is why I think the manuals are still wrote this way. It's because, you know, they're kind of playing into a multitude of factors with how taking it easy on a bike is very important when it's brand new, because you're breaking in every aspect of it, right? Not only the engine, not only yourself as you're getting used to a brand new bike. You might be a brand new rider, first time riding a bike. You're breaking in the brakes for the first time. The tires are brand spanking new. They're going to be slippery as they've ever been. So you need to, in my opinion, you should be out on the back roads, kind of just like going like this, getting some dirt and cement on all kind of parts of the tire that you can without dipping it into hard corners, without ringing it full pin on the highway. You stick away from doing those things, you're going to have a fantastic break-in my period. It's going to be fun riding. You're not going to be like, oh man, I can't do what I want to do or whatever because I got to do these break-in miles. Like, no, it shouldn't be that taxing. Like, you should be able to get out and have fun during the break-in. Second period, just make sure you're checking where you're shifting, just so you're not over-revving based on each shift. That's really the only thing. Because once you get going, you can kind of find a place and lock your throttle and keep the RPMs. But as you're trying to do those shifts from first to second, the RPMs race really quick. So that's why you want to be very gentle on the throttle during the break-in and raise those RPMs slowly. After that, once you get the oil changed at 600, bro, go full pin, go rip, have fun. This bike's gonna look like it's gonna feel completely night and day. The shifts are gonna feel crazy. You're gonna love it after that. Not that you're not gonna love it the first 600, but after the first 600, oh my God, you are gonna be in heaven. I'm after my third oil change right now, and I'm in heaven right now. And soon, maybe by the end of tonight or within the next couple of days, we'll hit that 11,000 miles. Keep pushing, baby. But I watched this really interesting video online that pretty much debunked the break-in period and solidifies it in my mind more of it's really not too big of a deal, right? So he took the same motorcycle with two identical engines and he broke them in absurdly differently. The first one, he broke in to a T to the exact RPM limits of the manual and rode it for the 1,000 miles exactly how it was, right? Then he swapped that engine, took that one out, and put it in for the exact identical engine. He had two of them side by side. And then, I forget exactly his name, and I saw this on MC Garage, I think was the YouTube channel. If I can find the video, I'll link it. But he put that second motor in. What did he do? He gave it a 1-minute warm-up and then went full pin on the highway for the whole 1,000 miles. That to me was shocking. I was like, oh wow, there's going to be some very significant differences between when he opens these engines back up and looks at them, because he was doing this with another professional, him and this other guy, very, very smart. He's in like all the Revzilla videos and stuff. I forget this guy's name, but if I showed you a picture, or if I showed you this video, you'd probably be like, oh yeah, I've seen him before in other videos online. Very smart guy. And the results were the same, dude. They could barely tell the engines apart after going full pin with one the entire time and then following the complete ginger rules, riding it like a baby on the other. So what does that mean? That means you buy your brand new bike and you have fun with it. You don't have you know, stupid fun, which is rev bombing and burnouts and I don't know. Like, you just go out and enjoy it and ride it nice and chill. That's what I did with my 500. That's what you should do with yours. That's what you should do with every brand new bike. Especially these 2024, 25, 26 models. Dude, these things are good to go. They just want that oil and everything. Oh shoot. Hold on, I just got a missed call. I gotta pull over just to make sure this wasn't like work or something trying to call me before I gotta go to work. But we covered braking period really well today. I was pretty thorough. I think we covered it. All in all, if you want to ask me any questions or whatever about further things on the braking, just let me know. Subscribe in the middle if you haven't already, please. The button will be right there, and go watch one of these two videos on the left and right. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys. Until next time, aka tomorrow. Later. Keep your wheels 2 down.